the other child said that I was in the wrong. And that day, my mother beat me butt naked. And I didn't realize till became an adult that was the day I lost my voice. I never spoke up again. Never. It was through therapy as a young adult that I was able to deal with.
I always knew that to whom much is given, as the Bible says, much is expected. Much is not just expected, much is required. So from the first time I came to Chicago and started to make more money than I needed to actually pay my bills, I reached out and was going to form a sister group trying to help young girls in the project. And I discovered I wasn't able to do what I really needed to change the trajectory of those girls' lives, because every girl that we would take out of the project and spend time with on the weekends, my producers and I, they would have to go back home into the same environment, and it was impossible to just change the way they saw themselves in the world.
On the very first National Oprah Winfrey Show, I said to that first audience in 1986 that one of the reasons I wanted to do that show was so that everyone watching would know through the stories of other people that you are not alone. And so having people understand that whatever it is you have been through or are going through, somebody else has been through it, has triumphed, and you can find your triumph in their story.
That's so beautiful. Oh, that's powerful. You are not alone. Anybody else in our audience who want to share? Hi. My trauma.
So by trial and error, I knew that in order to literally change the way a girl sees herself, I would need enough time to spend with her, to be able to hire the right kind of teachers, the right kind of administration, to be surrounded by a nurturing environment, to allow that girl to change the way she felt about herself and saw herself in the world. So the idea of creating a boarding school that was surrounded by beauty, the kind of school that I would want to go to. And I tell you, when I first sat down with the architects and said, I want to build a great school for leaders that will change the lives of women, and they will be able to break the cycle of poverty for themselves and their families forever and become a part of the real and true new and free South Africa. Well, the architect said to me, well, these are poor girls. These girls. I said, well, where are the closets? Where's the space? Where's the drama? Where's the theater? And they said, well, these are poor girls. These girls really don't come from families with clothes, and a lot of them have lost their families. And I said, but they will have clothes, and they will be able to do drama, and they will be able to excel beyond anybody's dreams.
Hello, everyone. My name is Angel Charmaine, and I am CEO of Speak Up Sis LLC. And I just wanted you all to hear what I have heard and to see what I see without putting any words in anybody's mouth or anything like that. Right now, I'm a little shaken because 3 years ago, I created a platform called Speak Up Sis, a space for women, especially Black women, to acknowledge, own, and embrace the truth of their lives and then give voice to it in a safe space in order to help build resiliency. We have healthy, genuine, authentic, real conversations about everything. I've been grassroots building the platform since August of 2018. It's a viable platform. There's a whole website, speakupsis.com. There's a YouTube, Speak Up Sis. You're probably watching it on that right now. We're everywhere. Okay, Google verified and all that good stuff. I even hired a trademark lawyer to trademark Speak Up Sis. And then all of a sudden, I see this show. Okay. Now, some people feel like, well, Angel, I mean, Oprah's been doing talk shows forever. And I say, you're right. She has. But they have not been called Speak Up Sis. And they have not been designed specifically for Black women to open up their mouths and deal with the hard stuff of their lives, the trauma of their lives. No, that has not been the platform. Okay? What messes with me so much is that I was the little girl in the projects who was watching Miss Oprah Winfrey on television. With the little girl with the mom who's on crack and the father who's not in the home. And I'm watching her. But I grew up still loving Miss Winfrey. She was on my vision board, y'all. Like, I'm going to meet Miss Oprah Winfrey. Until I heard the video that I just showed you all. And I heard her say that she thought it was impossible. She said impossible to do anything to shift the trajectory of those little girls' lives that were in that project. So she made a decision with the money that she had, that she could pay all her bills. She just had more money than she knew what to do with at the time. She didn't create that sister program. She didn't create it. She went to another continent and created a boarding school. Now, this isn't about the differences and women on different continents and different countries. No. This is about a program that was not started for the people who needed it because someone thought that it was impossible to get these young girls to really see themselves for who they are and all that kind of stuff. So a boarding school wasn't created to send those little girls from the projects to. No, a boarding school was created in an entirely different country for another group of girls because there was possibility for those girls. But the little girl in the project, there was no possibility for her. There was no possibility for me, is what I heard. So I created a space, Speak Up Sis, to give women, especially Black women, what I needed, what we all needed. And now, that massive platform with far more money than I have has swooped on down. Now we're creating a space for Black women's voices. And we're just going to snatch up. I won't say it was snatched up. We're just going to just overlook that there's already a Speak Up Sis. That group that wasn't started years ago, somebody else did. We're just going to overlook it. We're going to do our own thing. And we're going to create a space for Black women to be heard while we just ignore the voice of the Black woman who already created the Speak Up Sis platform. So, I'm not sure if that's what happened. I don't know. All I know is what I see. It's disheartening to know that I have put my blood, sweat, and tears into this platform, grassroots building it, doing all the right things, going through the trademarking process, investing in the attorney and all that stuff, doing all the things that all the business gurus tell you to do, only to have one of the biggest machines to swoop in. And ta-da! And for those of you who are like, well, it's not that big of a deal, it is a big of a deal. It is a big deal. It's like all the other major corporations that swoop in and just push out what's already been being done instead of partnering with the smaller companies, instead of partnering with people already doing it. No, we're just gonna create it all on our own as if it's not already there. Some of you may say, no, maybe nobody knew you were there, Angel. I'm sure Ms. Winfrey doesn't have a clue as to who I am. But I'm sure she pays people really good money to come up with ideas and to do their due diligence and to do their research. And if any of you Google Speak Sis or Speak Up Sis, you're going to see me. So I'm going to leave that there. I don't even know how to feel about it right now. But what I'm going to say is I'm going to keep doing the work. I'm going to keep creating the spaces. Because you know what? What I do know is that them big engines, they leave. And those women with that trauma, with those issues, they still remain. And so I'm still going to be here to do the work. Period. And I'm still Speak Up Sis.